this pandemic causes loss of life in large scale and several remain suffering globally. This is the latest public health crisis in life memories, which has also caused a major economic crisis. With the termination of production in affected country, is epidemic of the COVID-19 virus has the impact of almost a sector in the country. Indonesia, as one of the COVID-19 pandemic countries with large population, is a heavy duty and finding solution in dealing with the problem. It is a affection of the economic sector is one of the largest burden of the country to keep maintaining instability.
The COVID-19 virus pandemic, or commonly called the coronavirus, in the community is increasingly infecting the Indonesian economy. The economic impact of this virus initially only eroded the external side of the Indonesian economy through an increase in a number of import commodities from China. Economic stability is also affected, one of which is people-based economic activities, namely micro, small, and medium enterprises or MSMEs, which are the most vulnerable sectors to be hit by the coronavirus pandemic. Thus, the big tax on the shoulders of the Indonesian government in relation to the COVID-19 pandemic is to maintain the safety and health of the Indonesian people as the main focus, and also to maintain the pace of economic growth. Prediction of global economic growth need to be used as input for the government designing strategies and policies, especially solution for people-based economic activities, in this case MSMEs.
The challenge for UMKM to maintain local wisdom, so that the culture of the archipelago and love for domestic production remains a priority, so that the market in Indonesia is not invaded by products from abroad. The slow growth and development of UMKM, which has an impact of the low economic growth of the community and decrease in production for the people's economy, which will later lead to an inability to meet the needs of life, especially the basic needs of the people on daily basis. The UMKM sector is often called a population-based economic activity, where generally the goods produced by UMKM are in the form of daily necessities needed by almost level of society. UMKM are the backbone of the population economic system to reduce poverty problems, and their development is able to expand the economic base and can make a significant contribution in improving the regional economy and national economy resilience.
The impact of the pandemic on people-based economic activities in this case is more emphasized on MSME activities. The Ministry of Finance indicated that COVID-19 pandemic had negative implications for the domestic economy, such as a decline in people's consumption and purchasing power, a decline in company performance, threats to the banking and financial sector, as well as the existence of MSMEs. In the aspect of people consumption and purchasing power, this pandemic has caused many workers and disgrace or even lose their income. Thus, the level of consumption and purchasing power of the people, especially those in the category of informal workers and daily workers. Most people are very careful about managing their financial expenditure because of uncertainty when this pandemic will end. This of course causes a decline in people's purchasing power for consumer goods and puts pressure on producers and sellers. On the corporate aspect, this pandemic has disturbed the performance of companies, especially those engaged in the trade, transportation, and tourism sector.
All the countries in the world are now racing against the COVID-19 outbreak. Indonesia's massive population and sluggish economic condition need to anticipate proper government policies immediately. While current government policies are slow and understood by some observers of public policy, but need to appreciate that the government has strived to provide solutions to society. The government policy in providing stimulus to UMKM in Indonesia is a positive thing that should be done. During the COVID-19 pandemic, government policies to prioritize public health reflects long-term investment. This is especially important in view of the greater supply of countermeasures than the economic recovery incentive fund is a long-term investment. Moreover, saving human lives is also an effort to save economic sector.